guys, it's me, SkepticalNessie. Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we are going to be building the forge, and we're going to be moving some villagers into the forge that doesn't exist yet, and then into our shepherd hut, finally. And then I also want to clean up this entire area, get all of our chests from all over the world, and put them into a storage system that I'm going to be building underneath the iron farm. And I think we're actually going to start with the storage system, but I will get to the shepherd hut, hopefully. I don't know how long the storage system is going to take to make, because I actually didn't design this in creative. I'm just going to fly by the seat of my pants. Let's get started. But first, let's go find a bed to sleep in. Oh, those guys are so loud. I should have put them a few layers deeper in the ground, but I did not. Where is my bed at? Oh, here it is. Yeah, so we're going to take that down to the storage system, this chest, we're going to move this whole setup down there, this area. I want to grab this stuff from over in our home. I want to move this down. So it's just going to be a lot of stuff down there for now. Before we get to that, I do need my shovel, and I think my shovel is in this chest. Here we go. So let's dig down. I'm also gonna take this ladder down, and we're just gonna use these ladders. There we go. The other thing we need to make sure with this storage system is that we go deep enough we can't hear these iron golems dying, or that will be that will drive me crazy. How deep do we gotta go though? That's not too bad. Now that I've got that hole dug out, we gotta figure out what building blocks we're gonna be using to decorate this. And I think I'm gonna try and just use things we already have, so we don't need to do too much collecting. With the exception of, I think I wanna use some cherry wood in this. So let's plant ourselves some cherry trees and let them grow while we do the rest of the stuff. I'm honestly thinking I might smelt some... Oh, charcoal. Not smelt charcoal, but... might smelt some of this stone. Use some of the white terracotta. Maybe some of the magenta terracotta since we have it. Hello, cherry trees. Oh, please. Okay, we got some building blocks here. I'm thinking of doing the floor with this stuff. Regular old stone bricks. You know what, though? Let's do slabs, because that will be better. Oh, and then let's line this with cobble so we're not wasting blocks. I need more cobble. Because I need some more deep slate. I'm hoping I dug some up. And we've got some over here. I'm hoping. Okay, so we got some more of the dark bricks here. Alright, so I have actually finished our storage area. It's pretty simple. We've got our enchanting set up here. I put the jungle log here so when we get cocoa beans, we can grow them. This hole right here actually lines up with that hole. And the reason for that is that up top on the surface here, I'm going to be building a forge. And in the forge, we're going to have our toolsmith, weaponsmith, and armorer. And I'm going to build the forge here. So we're going to take this iron and we're going to feed it into the forge for easy trading. And then whatever the excess is from the storage in the forge will then drop down and actually be in the storage system down here. And I'm also going to try and feed the poppies from the iron farm directly into this right here. So that is what my current plan is. I probably should. Yeah, we'll figure that out in a minute. But yep, that's what the plan is. So let's go ahead and start collecting materials for this forge. It's gonna take us a little bit to get everything. So let's hop to that. All right, so we got all the materials that we need to build this. So let's just hop into that really quick. Boy, is that loud. So I have got the forge built. As you can see, this cute little pink house with a chimney. And if you come inside, we've got workstations for each of the different kind of villagers that's going to be in here. Oop, I need to clean this up still. And then I've got a line of hoppers that I just started that will be feeding this chest. This chest will fill up, and then once it's full, the overflow from the chest will head downstairs into the basement. It has to be a chest, not a barrel, because we don't want them to become fishermen. I'm still working on exactly how this is going to work. Let me give a think on how this is going to work, and then we will start actually proceeding. So what I've done is I've set it up so we have this lever, and when the lever is flicked, so if we put 10 slabs in here, when this lever is flicked, then items will actually collect in this chest instead of being hoppered down to below. And if you flick that chest, then the things will start getting hoppered down. I don't actually want to do that right now. So let's go ahead and back that. Connect this up to here. Grab this. Got a piece of dirt somewhere. Let's just put this here. What we're gonna need to do. That. And so now we should be getting iron in here, yes. Okay, now. Ooh! Ow! That hurt. Actually convenient that this hole is here, though, because gives us some space to work. Okay, so I finally got this sorted out, and it's actually now sorting the poppies from the iron. Let's go inside here really quick. If I empty this of poppies, we should end up only getting iron. Gotta wait for some guys to die. Alright, now that he's dead, some iron should be coming in here. And no poppies should be. Nice. See a zombie. I've got to expand the area we lit up just a bit. I'm just trying to create a clock here that will dispense our goodies down into the hole. I'm gonna have to look up a tutorial. I can't remember how to make clocks ever, so let's do that. Okay, so we actually managed to get it done. It is a very noisy, which kind of makes sense, I guess. Forges probably are not quiet places. Oh, in here. So the way this works is you can flick this lever and then this will actually fill up with iron, so you can trade with the villagers that are going to be in here eventually. And then if you flick the lever again, then that starts flowing through. And then the poppies are actually sorted out here. And then they are sent into this thing. Whoop. And then they end up coming all the way down here and getting fed into the composting machine, which does mean that we need to make a bigger chest there. That chest is not going to be big enough. So let's go fix that while I'm actually thinking about it. And then we're just going to put villagers there, and we'll be done with today's episode. This whole area is so loud, though. So it occurs to me that I need to build my rail system again. What I did with the rails. Those. Okay, we've got to build our village transport system again. I should have just left it, but I wasn't thinking. Actually, I think I took it down because it's ugly. Right here. There we go. Oh no, we need to actually cure them, don't we? Okay. I just had a realization. We need their job blocks so we can actually set their trades and cure them. So let's grab their job blocks. Which also means I need to make more stuff. More stuff is needed. I need more weakness pots, and I need some golden carrots. Let's make those. I also want to fill this back up with shears before we end today's episode. And I want to change how that works. 3. That rabbit scared me. Okay, here we go. Let's cure some zombies, get them set to some cool trades. There we go. Alrighty, guys. Enjoy your new home. I'm going to empty my inventory. Oh no. Darn it. Did he die? No, 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 no. No! Oh my goodness. We got real lucky there. We got everything done that was on the schedule for today. We got the forge built, and we've got our shepherds finally moved over here. I don't know to what extent I'll actually use the shepherds. I didn't really know what they sold. But because we have sheep, it doesn't seem like they're actually going to be overly useful. This will be good to restock the sheep with, but other than that... Oh, we don't have brown wool. I thought we had all the wool colors. Well, hopefully one of these sells brown wool, and then they would actually be fairly useful. And then, of course, we've got ability now to get as many emeralds as we want from our iron farm and our smithies. I think the next thing we're going to work on is... the next thing I think I'm going to work on is a masonry, but we are definitely not doing that today. With that said, I'm going to call today's episode a success. We got everything that I had on my list complete, and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye!